today we're going to be trying out the Boudoir Beautiful, oh no, Feather Kingdom. I thought it was called Beautiful Kingdom. Oh, this video is going so good so far, but this is the Feather Kingdom eyeshadow palette. So this is what she looks like inside. You've got some absolutely beautiful, vibrant, bright shades. You also have some pastel shades, which I have my eye on and I'm going to be using today because I've seen a whole swathe. Is swathe the right word? I don't know, but I've seen loads of people using pastel shades recently and I'm so happy about it because I love pastel shades. Like, I don't like primary colours, I don't like red, I don't like blue, and I don't like green. Like, I don't know, are they the primary colours? I don't know, but anyway, I am a huge lover of pastel and I'm just really pleased to see it having its moment, so I'm going to share in that moment today. So this palette was very kindly sent to me by Boudoir, so I really do appreciate that, but as always, it will not in any way affect how I review this palette. If it's shit, I will tell you it's shit. If it's marvellous, I will tell you this palette is marvellous. So I did go ahead and swatch some of the shades the other day, so I'm going to go ahead and insert that footage now. I think that swatches are kind of, they're good to make an assessment of the eyeshadow. Like, you know, you can tell, are they going to be dry, are they going to be smooth, buttery, but generally I don't think swatches are great. I do think that shimmer swatches are probably more useful than matte swatches because you can kind of see, are they kind of super smooth and metallic, or are they just dry and filled with glitter? So anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you those swatches now, and then we're just going to get straight on with creating an eye look, a pastel eye look, a pastel look. Okay, anyway guys. Okay, so to begin the look today, I'm going to go in with this beautiful pastel lilac shade, and I'm just going to pop that all up in my crease, everywhere, just all up in there. And I'm actually going to use like a really big feck off brush today because I want this pastel shade to, I just want it to go everywhere. Like, I want it to go everywhere. I want it to make a statement, and that statement is, I love pastel lilac, is what I wanted to say. So, okay, so I'm getting quite a lot of kind of powder kick off with this shadow, and I am definitely using, you know, the stamping on technique because I just feel like I need to lay the colour down, you know, before I start to blend. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to really see a lot of pigment or beautiful pastel lilac. So I am just kind of, I'm just kind of tapping off the excess and then patting. You can definitely see the colour coming through. It's a beautiful but very subtle pastel lilac. I really love it. It's a great brightening shade actually. Like, I really do like it, but she's not very bold. So I'm just going to work on building her up. Honestly, when I tap this brush, it's like a snowstorm of pastel lilac. I mean, I don't really want to blend because I just feel like I'm not going to get any colour. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I really like the shade, although it's very subtle. But I think when you're working with pastel eyeshadow shades, you probably are going to be getting a very kind of subtle look because, you know, pastels in their nature are quite subdued, pretty but laid back, you know what I mean? So, you know, they're not going to be all up in your face. Okay, so I've kind of done all that I feel like I can do with that shade, so we're going to move on, and I'm going to go into, I really like the look of this pastel peach. I don't know particularly how it's going to complement the pastel lilac, but I don't care, I'm just going to go for it anyway. So I'm just going to tap off the excess. There's a lot of excess that's coming off, honestly. So again, I'm just using this big brush. The reason why I'm using this is because it's covering a lot of ground. It's quite densely packed with bristles. So I feel like it's just doing a good job of picking up the powder and kind of, you know, placing it where I want it to be. And like I said, it's kind of covering a large surface area. So I'm liking it. Okay, so similar to the pastel lilac, I can't really see much of this coming through. But, you know, I'm still liking it. I still am. But I can't really see much. But it's pastel, so, you know, it's not going to be up front and in your face. Do you know what? I'm not going to go any further with that because I just feel like we're not going to get anywhere. So I'm going to switch up my brushes and I'm going to go in with another shade. You know, I'm so tempted to go in with the hot pink. I am so tempted, but I want to just do something a bit softer today. I'm going to go in with this kind of coral shade. It's called Flipped Rose. I don't really know what that means. We've got some very interesting shade names. Up in here we've got Plumage, and that's the shade of a royal blue. We've got Eggnog, and that's the shade of a pastel yellow. And then we've got some other shades that I can't pronounce, but I think my favourite shade name by far is Denim Mist. Denim Mist. And that's a denim coloured blue. So I love that. That's great. So I'm going to go in with the coral. Oh, these are so powdery, like so powdery. Oh, I really like this. I really like this. I really, really, really like this. Look at that. I think that coral is one of my favourite shades in makeup, like a coral blush, coral eyeshadow, coral lip. I just think it looks so gorgeous. It's such a pretty, upbeat, universally flattering kind of shade. Oh, I'm absolutely loving this. I'm loving this shade. This is gorgeous. So I'm just going to kind of build this up. These eyeshadows are going on so smoothly. They're such a pleasure to blend. And I know that probably sounds like really strange, but you know, sometimes with eyeshadows, like they might be quite high maintenance or just difficult to move around. This one, it's kind of like I'm dancing with it. Like we're doing a dance. We've been practicing it for months. We've got our big performance coming up. It's competition time. We want to win the trophy. And we are just dancing. We're dancing in partnership. Oh, guys, I'm just having so much fun. Like, I've not had this much fun blending in ages. And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, what, like, am I finally gone crazy? I'm just loving it. This is like, oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so next I'm going to put that same coral shade on my under eye. I'm not going to tap off the excess because I'm a rebel like that. I love it. I was going to do a pastel look, but now I'm kind of doing a coral look. And I just love it. It's so pretty. So pretty. I love it. Okay, so next I am going to... I really want to go in with like a shimmer, but I'm a little bit apprehensive because what I would really, really like is if there were a kind of icy pink shimmer in the palette, but there isn't one. The closest that we get to that is probably Quartz, but it's a little too pink for what I really want. So I'm going to try this kind of marble eye shade here. It's called Amethyst. That will do. That will do. Definitely. Okay. Was she very glittery? Like, I didn't think she was going to be this glittery. Yeah, so she's there. She's come. She made an appearance, but I don't like her. She's just a bit wishy-washy for me. Like, she's not kind of sheer and sassy, and she's not opaque and metallic. She's just kind of somewhere she's sat on the fence. I don't accept sat on the fence. So I'm actually going to try Quartz just to see. It's kind of like a Barbie pink. don't mind it. I'm going to go in with the ports. Okay, I'm just wetting my finger and I'm going back in because I just want to see her at her absolute best. And it's not great, honestly. So I don't really like this shimmer, and I didn't like the other shimmer, and now I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of stuck on what to do, honestly. I'm going to try Chandelier, which again is kind of like a textured, marbleized, like, or foiled shimmer. It looks kind of like a pressed pigment, and it's a beautiful peach shade. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it because I don't want to give up with this palette. So there we go. I can't really see much difference, honestly, there. Okay, so yeah, I think the shimmers are just not great, although I really like the mattes that I've used. Do you know what? I really like the shade Galaxy, which is this beautiful duochrome kind of multicoloured glitter. Like, I really like this, and I'm so tempted to go in with this, but then it's like, that's not the look I wanted today. That is not the look I wanted. I mean, I really like the palette. I really like the shades. I like the pastels. I'm struggling with the shimmers. I'm struggling to find a shimmer that I feel is going to complement this look. Should I just try a bit of this Galaxy and feck up the whole thing? Oh no, I kind of like it. Oh my gosh, I do. I like it. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I really like all of the different colours that you've got in there. I like the sparkle. I like it. Okay, so I know that this was kind of like a really, like, kind of basic, but like quick eye look, but I don't really want to like add any more because I kind of like this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the other eye, and then I'll be back to give you my final thoughts on the palette, which I think I've already told you, but I'm going to come back and tell you anyway. Okay, so I have finished the whole look. I did just go away and I filmed another video trying out some O2O makeup. So the majority of the makeup currently on my face is by the O2O brand, but I just wanted to give you like my final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette, and if anything changes like throughout the day as I'm wearing it, then I will definitely come back and update you at the end of the video. But I really was impressed with the mattes in the palette. I was not so impressed with the shimmers, although I really like this glitter that I've got on my lids. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I can see that I'm going to be incorporating it into so many future eye looks. I just love the kind of multicolored